We are out here. Vikings. Vikings banter. Yeah, we are.
Oh, okay.
We're out here for Vikings banter.
All right. Here we go.
Huge week against San Francisco. Probably the most important week in order for Vikings fans. If we, it's that weird part of the season that I do feel like we win this one.
What?
Yes, but then what ends up happening is there's an inflatedness that happens because we'll beat them without CMC. Maybe something else happens.
But they looked really fucking good on Monday. Like really fucking good.
But they played Aaron Rodgers.
So what?
He's bad.
Yeah, but it's still like, I mean, the Jets are a little bit of a mess because, I mean, Robert Saleh is like on the chopping block right now if they don't win this. 100%.
See, I think the Jets are way worse than people believe.
Probably.
So that's what happened there.
Okay, but they still looked very dominant. And yes, there's at home. Yes, they're like, and they're coming off of being at the Super Bowl and not winning and like kind of blowing the Super Bowl, honestly. So there's that element too. Monday
Which is the reason they fall apart.
What? In the Super Bowl?
Yeah. Like they fall apart this season because they fell apart in the Super Bowl. Here,
You don't think they got better?
I don't think they're real men like Jack's Link beef jerky. If you start slamming the sweet and hot, you would never act like any person ever from San Francisco.
Oh, that is like so.
What?
Whoa, that's a hot take.
Well, this is man meat. I mean, I get it.
You can't be manly if you live in San Francisco. There's some fighting
It's hard.
words.
I would.
You live there, so.
That's yeah. It actually.
Do you need help there?
San Francisco made me. These are. God, dude, they spited me. Although this is sponsored by Jack Link's, that statement wasn't endorsed by Jack Link's.
That's true.
If you know what I mean.
Yep. That was our sweet and hot take.
Yeah. This is man food. When we were doing this last week, we were inside. Our Wi-Fi didn't work. But,
yeah. Well, it was 105 degrees outside.
I went halal for my baby, and then Katya tried to have me eat pork nuggets.
Right here. I forgot you don't eat pork.
I went halal for my baby.
So I'm gonna throw these pork tender bites at all of our fans.
Yeah.
On Banter at Barney's tonight. I think that so we came up with this idea to do the Sasquatch.
Sasquatch sack.
Thank you. I lost my
sack of the week.
Sack of the week. Sasquatch sack of the week.
Sack of the game.
Sack of the game. And I'm gonna throw Jack Link's pork tender bites at fans when it happens. How about that?
I think they should get thrown at a fan with an opposing jersey. Whoever gets sacked. But then, I mean, really, are people gonna wear jerseys here? Let's be honest here. We're in LA. My dream. That's true.
It's true. But whoever's
Did you know that the first man, second man, how does that work?
What are you talking about?
Kamala's husband lives in West Hollywood.
Really? How do you know that? How do you know that?
He didn't hear that she was running for president until he got out of Soul Cycle with his buddies in West Hollywood.
On Sunset? Dougie, that's his name, right? How come I haven't seen him?
Doug Emhoff, yeah, he was with all of his friends. They were doing their normal weekly West Hollywood Soul Cycle, 9:30 a.m., and he never brings his phone with any buddies.
How come we never we're there all the time? Like in that little area by Equinox.
Is that the one that it is?
Yeah, that's the Soul Cycle. By the Equinox. By that smoothies place?
Yeah.
Yep, right there.
Okay.
Dougie, come to Banter at Barney.
The second man.
Come chill with us.
Yeah. So he's down the street. But anyways, what we were talking about is these are great. You can't eat these outside at Barney's once the staff's here, but
yeah.
San Francisco.
Okay.
Not real. We are real. Sam Darnold is going to not make it easy for JJ.
RJ. Oh,
yes.
JJ McCarthy.
Yes.
Not J.
He's going to have a year that's going to be.
No, okay. That is a hot and spicy take there. That is, I don't know about that. I think that he has like a Case Keenum year for us. Hopefully, ideally.
What are you talking about? A Case Keenum year is that makes it difficult.
Why does it make it difficult? We didn't sign him.
Case Keenum was probably the most disrespected man in North America after he threw that pass to Diggs. And
then we didn't sign him. Did you see that ad that he had last week that came out? Oh, it's super funny. It's Progressive or something, and they leaned into him being a professional backup.
Oh.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's all about. That's the interesting thing about a guy like Case Keenum. Some people could say, we used him perfectly. We got out of it when we needed. I completely disagree. I think
because that's when we went and got Kirk.
That's when
we paid a ton.
We paid more than anybody in the league. And there's something about chemistry. All of these players are professional athletes.
That is true.
So I look at a Sam Darnold, drafted 3rd overall because of his arm, his mind, and his overall physique. And sometimes it just doesn't match up. He was always put in a horrible situation. Being a part of the Jets is a horrible situation.
That's just like
Aaron Rodgers looks like a fraud.
Poor fucking Zach Wilson. Poor Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
And then he went down to Carolina, and he never had that job from the get-go.
Why? Because you thought Baker was 100% just gonna be the guy.
Well, and then didn't they draft Bryce Young?
Yeah, but that was after Baker took that job. And,
yeah,
but
Baker had
he spent.
Baker's legit.
Baker is legit. But what's interesting is he knows the San Francisco system because he spent last year with Kyle Shanahan. And Kyle Shanahan, not that they're buddies, so I don't think he would ever talk shit about Sam, but he had a lot of nice words to say about him in anticipation for this game this week. Do you think Sam being in the locker room at San Francisco last year is a good thing for us?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say it has to be a huge upside for us having him.
You would think, because not only does he know the ins and outs of that team and knows Kyle Shanahan extremely well, but he also has, just like you said, a great football brain to translate that to our new scheme.
Well, he probably played against the first team defense more than any. I mean, he did more than any other quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or does he? But he wasn't. How does that work? Does backup quarterbacks play against the first string, or is it only the practice squad? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I actually am not.
Like in high school football, which is pretty much all I know about, college football I watched, it's usually the backup is doing a lot of those reps.
Okay.
I guess it's probably not like that in the pros.
Yeah, probably not. I have my stepchild player of the week, though, who I think is going to be this week.
Okay.
Jalen Naylor. Addison, JJ is going to be double teamed.
Yeah.
Addison is hurt, and still, as of today, which is Thursday, they have not given him the go-ahead. He didn't practice Wednesday. I think that he will suit up, but I don't think they'll put him in a lot. I think we've got a long season, and to risk against a team that we are very favored over us is not the best use of Addison at this.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be, and then they're going to attack Aaron Jones and double cover JJ.
So is it their line that's the strongest part of their defense?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to have to throw the ball?
They're going to have to throw the ball, and they're going to double team JJ.
I think JJ's the guy that gets double teamed, and it's fine. So Addison's out.
No, not necessarily. He didn't practice yesterday, but they did say that if he goes, he'll be limited.
I've watched enough football to know Addison's career is over. I get how it works. I've seen it a few times. If you start matching bad off the season decisions into injuries, like little ones, you're done. It's a wrap.
You think that he's just out of it?
I think he's cut like next offseason.
Really?
Just done.
Why do you say that? Do you think it's his off the season? You just don't think he's going to mature?
I think he has this season and next season because he was drafted so high, right?
Okay.
But was he drafted high?
Yeah. That was our 11 last year.
Exactly. I think you got to keep him around a little bit longer. I think he proved himself good to be good last year, so there's no reason.
Well, this is what's interesting. Last year during the San Francisco game, the Monday night game that we beat them in Minnesota, he stepped up big time in that game because JJ was out. Kirk was still in, but he had a great game.
Okay. Yeah, I just don't like what he's doing. There's something about it that doesn't seem like it meshes. If you are Justin Jefferson's number 2, you should be so wide open all the time.
That's true.
You have the basically like the third easiest matchup because 1 and 2 are generally against him.
Yeah.
And the field just should be so open. Hawkinson's not back yet, right?
Nope.
So this is those types of moments that Jordan Addison technically should be the guy already that we go, well, at least we can lean on him. And he's not that guy.
Well, he's not going to be.
What kind of nicked up is he? What kind of injury are we talking about?
It was ankle. He came down hard. They pulled him down and he did this. Remember he went to the locker room on Sunday?
Yeah, I didn't see the exact injury.
I don't remember the exact play, but it was like a
Yeah, so that's for Luke to be able to comment on, I think, later on. But I think it's pretty easy to just call Jordan Addison like a washed-up vet.
Shit. Vet?
He's like, it's done.
But why is he a vet? He's year 2.
Like, he's the guy that you, see on Hollywood Boulevard in 2-3 years, and you're like, oh, my God, that's right.
Oh, my God.
Right? You're like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I went to school around here. And you're like, oh, yeah. Shit.
He's, working at the Den.
Like, that's cool. I hope Erwan's good for you.
Yeah, right? All
yeah,
right.
he's working at the Den.
Yeah. Okay.
He's done.
He's done. Well, Jalen Naylor, I'm telling you. Sunday, watch out.
I would like to see some of our did we just practice squad those other guys like the Hollywood dude?
Which one?
We had 2 guys play very well in the preseason.
I didn't watch preseason. I was not ready.
They both had the same last name. Why can't I remember it?
They were receivers?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, Jackson. I know we cut one. Tristan Jackson. He played so well in the preseason. I wonder if we actually put him on the practice squad, though. He's legit, though. He just had a big body type.
Yeah.
Which
would have been great for us missing Hawkinson right now. And
yeah.
Yeah.
So we are having the wrong little injuries at the wrong time here.
Totally.
But Justin Jefferson, Aaron Jones, and then Chandler they've done a good job of spreading the ball around because.
But here's what I'm nervous about. The Giants are really fucking bad. And we looked good, but we were playing against a really bad team. And I'm really worried. I think the ego and going into home opener is great, but I'm a little bit nervous that it's going to be deflated
early.
Q1.
You think drive 1, it's done?
No, quarter 1. Maybe. And this is a really, really good exposure of what Flores' defense is going to look like against what is a very, very forceful offense, despite not having CMC. I don't think, Debo looked great on Monday.
But what's good about what the Vikings did last week is I do agree with you that the Giants are bad. I feel like there's been so many years in the past that we've played down.
That's true.
And luckily, our defense embarrassed Daniel Jones.
Yeah. Well, that's not hard.
Yeah, but sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes you're...
No, remember they beat us in the playoffs 2 years ago.
There's been so many years that, somebody plays us and they go, ooh, Daniel Jones looked good.
Yeah.
And then he gets blown out.
Yeah.
So we showed up. Our defense held it down.
Great to see Harrison Smith get another pick just like to kick off what is probably his final season.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got to be done after this. But what's cool about our team to see is as scary as it still is, and as much as we should still humble ourselves, Sam Darnold is a Hall of Famer compared to Caleb Williams.
Oh my God.
Like Caleb Williams looked like dog shit, and our defense is just as good.
Okay.
Caleb Williams was so bad.
He was not so bad.
He was that bad.
I don't know.
The defense was that good.
I don't know about that.
So we just put ourselves in an interesting spot where I think that 3 of our teams go to the playoffs.
Yep.
I think that we actually are in more of playoff contention than we think going in now.
And the point you made earlier about like chemistry, that is truly like a young, scrappy chemistry team is the team that comes out. I mean, look at last year. Great example.
Yeah.
So I think we do have hopefully something really exciting to look forward to.
Van Ginkel immediately showed up.
Yep.
Had really a cool, flashy, fun pick.
Yep.
Harrison closes the game out for us. And we continue to make a bad quarterback look bad. And that's kind of all you can really ask for at this part of the season, especially the first run. I don't think that we had any overwhelming, glaring danger holes that you go, holy crap, this looks bad.
Right, and we have had that in the last 3 seasons, really, like at least.
Where they're running all
okay,
over us,
fucked.
passing all over us, or oh my gosh, we totally
and Kirk
don't have a
looked
quarterback.
Like shit, which was what was great to see on Sunday. That was awesome.
That was probably, oddly enough, I like to see Rodgers bad before Kirk.
I'm over it. I'm over Roger. Like he doesn't bother me. I'm like totally. I also have friends that are Jets fans, so I feel them. They're a more cursed franchise than us, so I get it. I feel it.
What about but the Atlanta? You don't care about Atlanta fans?
Well, no, because they have Kirk, so whatever.
Okay, so but the Atlanta fans is just as cursed as us, aren't they?
Why? Because of the Super Bowls and
because they gave.
That was their fault.
They've gotten there and haven't won, right?
Yeah, it was the biggest upset.
In 1998 when they took us.
Well, yeah.
And then they had another run earlier or later
that
on.
That was the Brady.
Jamal Anderson year or something like that.
That was the year that they are up, and then Brady came back at the.
But it is beautiful to see Kirk be
amazing.
Horrific.
It's so great. It's so great. And how just think about that paycheck. Ugh. He's not gonna care. He probably won't be in the league next year, honestly.
Is it a 1-year deal?
No, it's a 2 or 3. Yeah, I just don't think. Yeah, no. So when we win on Sunday, how quickly are you buying your flight to New Orleans for the Super Bowl?
Well, San Francisco should be, if you're gonna bet your whole wad on an NFC team,
it's them.
It's pretty smart to put it all on San Francisco.
Right.
So we're playing a real Super Bowl contender.
Yep.
They're banged up. We're banged up. I don't know. I think it's more raw talent than it is scheme right now because everyone's still trying to figure each other out. So it ends up being a really interesting, even matchup of going like who just has the studs, who's able to adapt quickly. We don't know each other yet, so that's going to be interesting. We have Darnold, who's been in that quarterback locker room, can give us a little bit of juice.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too over. I don't want our team to get too excited too early, but I think our fan base, if we win, should start to feel like really optimistic and start to fill the guys up with ego, even though I need them to stay humble.
I think that my pulse as from the fan base is that we're okay. I think the Vikings banter squad minus you is just overly bad most of the time.
Yeah. I mean, then again, I think if we get to the playoffs, it's a win this year. If Sam Darnold gets us to the playoffs, that's incredible.
Why do you say that, though?
Because there's still a lot of young, fresh faces. Flores basically just uprooted the defense and totally took full ownership of it.
Right.
Between
But then what if we lose Flores in the offseason? You know, it's a possibility.
Do you believe that Justin Jefferson, I think this last week, or maybe it was before, but he said that the reason he signed with Minnesota was because of Big Cock?
Oh, really? He said that?
Yeah, I didn't believe one bit of it.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That's like a dig saying some shit.
Yeah,
We're like, you're saying
that.
what you're saying, because I think Justin Jefferson's smart. I think he's a team player. I think he's a good morale guy. And so I think he's so smart politically in the locker room that he says the right thing at the right time.
Okay.
I call bullshit on that.
Yeah.
If Flores turns this defense around and this team relies on it, I think that he's deserving of the head coaching job.
Not going to happen.
We're going to lose him, though.
I know. But it's not going to happen. We're just going to have to eat that. I mean, because people were making the same argument about Stefanski when he was and we lost him, and we're like, okay, and it has not worked out for him. Unfortunately, he got, like, the cancer that is Deshaun Watson. But
yeah. Yeah, it's so tough to say.
He had a couple good seasons there.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, really good seasons. Step back. They had really good seasons.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see who turns it around. If Big Cock turns, it's gonna get really difficult, because if Big Cock turns Darnold into like a very formidable, like realistic starting quarterback for somebody else to pick up and for us to reap rewards for, then
we probably trade, Sam's on a 1 year.
But if we get in a spot though where people are like, oh my gosh, we want to pick up Sam Darnold. If Sam Darnold's a starting quarterback for somebody else next year, Big Cock's probably going to be our head coach.
Probably.
Because they go, wow, that was great.
That was a great turnaround. He really knows how to speak the quarterback language.
Yeah.
Which is what they say about him.
Right.
And you know what? This is a good test for Big Cock in general, because Kirk and him, we saw, were not on the same page very often. And so if he has a quarterback like Sam Darnold that is going to respect him and they can work together, then it's a great reflection of who he is.
Yeah. Oh, what's up? We worked with Timmy forever. Helped build the Bounce Back Pod.
Oh my God, we have people. Bussin' Nutlag.
Bussin' Nutlag is wild.
That is a name.
But
hey
yeah,
guys.
it's good to see you.
What's up, Bussin'?
If you find Timmy, tell him to come to Barney's and get on this with us.
We'll give him a Miller latte.
Yeah, that's right.
Or a Bounce Back.
We'll bring Bounce Back beer and the podcast back.
Right here, Bounce Back.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
but
fun.
this is Vikings Banter in about
35 minutes, 30 minutes?
Yeah, something like 40 minutes, really.
Yeah.
We'll start going live for the Thursday night game. So you're kind of getting us on our trial run / our other podcast. If you're getting ready to view the Miami versus Bills game, which I know this is titled right now, it should be a good night. We're having a bunch of people out on the patio. Come down, jump on the podcast with us. Especially if you're a Miami or Bills fan, make it happen.
Get a little wild with some Jack Links.
Yeah, we got Jack Links down here in full effect. All you can eat Jack Links on the patio at Barney's. And that's a guarantee.
Yeah.
And we got a beautiful night. You know, last week we tried to get out here. It was 104 degrees at this time last week.
And growing.
And
I think it tapped
it was like,
out
yeah. It was, at this time it was 104, but when we were setting up at 1, it was like 102.
Yep.
Our gear can only go up to 104, so... And we're still at enough of a time period in life that we can't have cameras break.
Yeah, no.
That would break our company. I would move. I'm already in Orange. I would probably have to move to Riverside.
Oh, God.
And
don't make him go to the IE.
Yeah. That would be a disaster. I'd be a single man with a baby mama in Riverside, California, in a single subsidized housing unit.
And I'm cocktail waitressing waters at the body shop.
Yeah.
Because I'm too old to dance at the body shop.
And I probably would enter. This is the thing. If that happened, that's basically so if one camera dies.
Yeah.
Which we have a fan maybe going out on one of them. But I think I would join the National Guard.
Okay.
So then Kamala would send me wherever she sends me next year.
Okay.
And I'm going to war. I would be like I'd be like, oh shoot, going to the front lines.
I think you're too old.
I'm close to the cutoff,
Yeah.
but not for no. I'm past the cutoff for
Army or something.
no being drafted.
Oh, okay.
I can still choose.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
I think.
What's the cutoff to choose?
I don't think there's a cutoff to choose.
Oh, really?
I think there's just a physical assessment.
Interesting.
If anybody knows, tell us.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. Do you want to hear a funny, unrelated story
Sure.
about age? A 25-year-old bartender at a gay bar hit on me this past weekend.
And how'd that go?
He was funny. I mean, I didn't accept. I just felt like it wasn't right, but
Really?
yeah, he was funny. It was a nice little ego check for me, you know? Still got it.
It seemed legit though.
Yeah, he was super legit. He like followed me on Instagram and all this shit.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, that had to feel good.
Yeah, it was great. Great. Still got it.
Still got it. Still good. Chat's still live.
Chat's still live? What's up, Bustin' Nut? Tell something. Tell something.
Bustin' Nut, are you 20 years old? At the Den? Wait, did you say you're at the Den or the Abbey?
No, I was at High Tops. It's a gay bar.
Is it a gay club?
Yeah, it's a gay sports bar. It's fun. Really fun. They have really good food, too. My friend James's birthday.
That's probably where Doug goes. I don't know why. Just because he lives close, I think.
Yeah, probably. They have really good wings.
That's why he goes
the
there.
Wings.
That's why Dougie's
The
there.
wings. Ooh, here's a diving
This has
dog.
been Vikings Banter. We hope that we got some clips out of this. I don't know if we did.
We're warming up the mic.
And yeah, we are warming up the mics. We are going to be live on the patio at Barney's Beanery, the historic Barney's Beanery. One of a kind, one and only. If you've ever been to Applebee's and loved it, Barney's Beanery was the core concept of how Applebee's started, actually.
Is it really?
I like to put that out there, but I don't think there's documentation anywhere.
But
I just think that's what happened.
we're writing the script. I like
Or
it.
like TGI Fridays.
TGI Fridays.
That's probably more true.
Yep.
But it's like it's a real, actually authentic version of a TGI
That's
Fridays.
actually good. And they keep adding things to this patio. It's amazing. You see that Route 66 wind chime hanging down here?
Oh,
If
yeah.
anyone doesn't know, we are on Santa Monica Boulevard on Route 66, which ends at the Santa Monica Pier. So
Yeah.
lots of history here.
And then there's a collection of different podcasts that we've started up here, all of which have failed and been taken down.
But that's why we sit in front of them. Because
That's
this one's still going.
we at Purple Banner, we take we accept our failures. We
We
take
laugh at our failures.
we take our lawsuits head on,
Oh, shit.
and we keep on rolling. But this is Vikings Banter. We are live at Barney's. We are going to be live here for real in about 40 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. So come back and rock with us. Over and out. God bless and skol.